Okay, so here we are talking about dispatch async and the different queues, the main queue and then the background queue or thread. So first off, a little kind of background. We have our view controller here. It's connected to a table view. On view.did_load, we call getData. GetData is just going to go to the API, create a data task, right? And when we get our data back, we're going to print out .data. We're going to set our table data equal to the array that we want, that results array, which has all of our people in it. And then we're going to reload the table, right? So once we get our data, we're going to reload our table. So when we run this, we notice we got data right away, but our table view doesn't reload for a pretty long time. Okay, eventually it'll reload, but it was much longer than it took to actually get the data. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, we are inside of a completion handler, right? We created this data task, we instantiated this data task, and we gave it a completion handler. And then we ran the task. The task made a request to this URL and then put the completion handler in a background thread. So what that means is the main thread is used for things like UI, things that have to happen right away. It's high priority and it'll get handled by the iPhone processor right away. The background threads are things that are not quite as immediate, right? So they might just kind of be processing, maybe an image save or something like that, and they can happen in the background when the processor has a little bit of extra time. So these completion handlers are by default run in the background thread. You don't actually know when you're going to get the response, and so you just handle the more important UI related stuff until that response comes in. So this is a UI method, right? Reloading data on that table view changes the UI. So this needs to be called on the main thread. So it runs right away and it can actually be seen right away. So to do that, we say dispatch queue dot main dot async, and we can just put table view dot reload data inside of that dispatch code. So this is saying run this method on the main thread. Give it high priority. I need this done as soon as possible, even if there's other stuff going on in other background threads. So now if we reload the app, we should see got data, and then immediately our table view should reload. Got data, boom, right? So immediately after we got the data, our table view reloaded. So if you want to learn more about this, you can kind of research the different dispatch queues that you have access to. You can actually make your own queues to do different processes in the background. But for now, it's just important to remember that any code that updates UI that happens in a completion handler needs to be in a dispatch async. Okay? So again, if you are updating UI, like doing a table view reload, setting some label text, or anything like that, and it's inside of a completion handler, then you need to put it inside of a dispatch async. Alrighty, that's pretty much it.